Welcome back everybody into another weekly recap. This week we're going to have a look at the price action on EurUsd throughout the London sessions and the New York session. So we're going to have more than a back testing session. It's going to be a sort of optimal entries and sort of refreshment of the overall setup, and see how it works, how much we can expect from each trade. Is it okay to have a 10 pips TP, or should be more adaptive and take maybe more 5-6 pips scalps compared to a single maybe longer 10 pip trade? But let's just jump into it. This is Monday the 2nd of October, and this is the actual pre-London Open. So as you can see over here at the 8 AM mark, we are seeing that the price action is actually facing this pivot high, because this is the previous price action, but we are just looking at the most recent one created with the spike in volume. As we can see over here, price made a new high with these previous candles bodies, and then failed to have a clean break and retest of these highs. Then after retesting this last higher low, but this is not our setup entries, we are seeing the price action moving up, breaking above, but without giving us a full retest or a candle retest for whatever it is, for the matter, and price immediately spiked up. What we can see is that now what we are looking for is actual the creation of these pivot areas, which might be identified and as relevant new higher highs, which is where then I'm expecting a retest for the continuation up. So as you can see over here, the first one is over here, but doesn't get retested at all. The next one is over here, and this is a first retest. So we can see that we add this pivot area, price is breaking above quite convincingly, I would say. And then we have a very nice single candle retest of the area. I like it because it's really showing a possible vacuum sort of momentum, exactly stopping at the PSA. So that means that there's a void. There are not many buy orders, so they're letting the price slip in order to get a better price point for them. As we can see that we could have this first entry, which would be a very good entry. 2.5 pip stop loss would be very far away, I would say. It's a big range, and we will have a TP that it can be either a 5-6 pips or a fixed 10 pip TP. We can see, of course, immediately that the price will move up into a 10 pip win 100%. So let's see over here. As you can see, yeah, 5 pips it will be over there. Will only risk like 1 pip. As always, my stop loss and start would be 2.5 pips, which is around here, so a little bit lower. But then with this price breaking above the last pivot area, which is above here, then we can confidently move the stop loss closer and only basically risk 1.11 pip. And then we have the choice. The choice is between, okay, I'm taking at like 7 pips, I'm taking into the volume, I start to see a possible shift in the market structure, because you can see that now coming from this strength in the buyers, we're now into this phase. So we can either just sell it and get out with the 7 pips, or we could take out, we could wait and patiently, due to the fact that we're basically risk free, go for a 10 pip move, which as per commission wise and of course monetary value wise, it is way better. And we can see that in this case it would have worked absolutely fine. 10 pip would be around there, and that's a very good first trade. Okay, then of course we are waiting for the London Open. London Open is happening right here. So this bearish candle, big bearish candle, is the actual London Open, and we could take possible, I mean, if we want to, this is the first minute, so probably there's no entry over here. So when the price is actually creating now this new pivot area, and we see that these strong bearish candles, now this is validating as a possible break and retest area for the continuation up. And now what I will be looking for is also some possible, where do I want to sell? What is the pivot, the last possible lower low, that lower high and lower low that are creating. So we could have this possible new pivot area, which gets broken up, broken down, and then retested. This could give us a very quick and of course losing scalp, because we will be immediately stopped out at 2.5 pips. But that would be the possible trade idea, because we are seeing this pivot, we are breaking above these lows, and it makes sense to take a trade. In this case, even that would be a full 2.5 pips stop loss, because of the not giving us the time to actually adjust it. The price action is not in our favor from the beginning. Okay, so after this, we have now this pivot low. So we have this pivot low, and we might be looking for sells. This could be a very high risk, high reward sell. It's already sort of a pullback, because price already attempted to make a new low but got engulfed immediately. Still could be a possible sell area, because it's still quite recent. As you can see, this would be another loss again for another 2.5 pips. And this is why it is very the point of when it is important to have a 10 pip TP, because it is outsizing each and every loss. After that, we take our loss. It's not like we are jumping immediately in buys, because we are still facing these strong rejections, and especially price failed to make up a new high above there. We have this new low, and that's the thing. When we see then all this price action, and we see this breakout, we could either take the retest over here, or see that basically the price tapped into this. As you know, I prefer to look at the retest of the most recent lower low compared to the old one. But in this case, due to the fact that it's basically the same, when I see this candle rejecting it, can be a possible further entry, which will make us make up for the fourth entry. And we can see that this one goes immediately in our direction when it goes to like 5 pips. In that case, we could have the stop loss at break even, not at break even, but with a very small stop loss over here, and then aim for the 10 pips. This goes to around 7 pips. It's already like at 10 a.m. for me, and goes back almost to the entry, and then it will break below and go to 10 pip. So this would actually be a sort of a scalp that you hold a little bit more if you want to aim for the 10 pips, but the price never really goes back to your entry, and you just have to wait patiently after your very good entry. So this London session is over. So we're going to have a look at the New York one. So this is the New York. As you can see here, I took a loss at these lows. This is sort of against my rules. I really love to take trades after the 820, but due to the fact that it was a perfect setup and I was trading on the demo account, I attempted to do that, and it's not really something bad, but this is still nonetheless a loss due to the fact that, I mean, the trade idea is sound, because its price is clearly breaking below the last lows. It's retesting it with a single candle even, and yeah, that's absolutely a good trade idea. After that, the price would actually range a little bit, will not give us some very strong price action. And over here, for example, in this case, I will not use these lows anymore. I would probably use more of these last lows, but I'm not really sure if I wouldn't take this sell. Probably could have been an idea, but the fact that is that the candle closed above, so probably no entry, but we will have a new pivot, and this pivot is not getting broken for a while. And yeah, I took the sell over here. I don't even know why. I don't know what I was looking at as a price action, but in hindsight, it was really a mess. So if we are coming from here, these cells do not really make sense. I should have adapted into a new low and waited for that to happen. And as you can see, it did not happen at all. Price would take me out immediately price will go like 2.5, 2.8, 3 pips maximum. And yeah, I don't know if I was using this area, I don't know. And then it will go into my direction. But as you can see over here, even adapting it, it will give me further trade ideas along the way. Probably this one, I don't know if the entry would have been very good. That would have been another good setup. So this would have been the best setup compared to this one. Seeing the price action, seeing the volume, because also I think we had some news over here. So this one, the entry will be, depends where the entry was, at the candle close or whatever. It could have been a good trade that would have gone into profits. And after that, yeah, the price with some news, I think it was some PMI, we will see that the price will make a whip, then very aggressively move in our direction. I don't remember if the data was properly very positive for the US dollar, but as you can see over here, we have a nice candle structure over here. We're not getting a full bullish candle, but you can see that here. And if we move on the 10 ticks chart, I think that yeah, I don't have the internet now. Okay, well, it's not loading CTrader, but for sure, if we go on to the 10 ticks chart, we will see that there's some bullish candles over here, probably closing at this level where we could have entered. And yeah, that would have been the break below these lows for a quick 10 pip scalp, or even we could have this is, for example, one of the things. Okay, do I want to take less pips? Because in this case, that would have been a lost trade, because we see the break and retest of these lows, and with a very small drawdown, we will only go like 9.3 pips. So do I want to take it out around there, or what? Because after that, it will be a small loss, but even nonetheless a loss. Same thing, yeah, not retest over here. And yeah, I don't even really want to make it too large, but let's go quickly through the next London session on the Tuesday. As you can see over here, the price is already, this is the London Open, pre-London Open. So we have these PSAs. As you can see over here, I took the first attempt buys after the retest. It's a quite late entry, I would say. It's quite far away, and due to the such a precision scalping, having a 1 pip of difference between the optimal entry and the actual entry is quite hard, because it's basically almost half of my stop loss. So you see, I got stopped out over here. I would have got stopped out anywhere at this level, and it's okay. But anyway, this should have been a better entry. And so then we see that we have these eyes that are getting tapped multiple times. We have these candle bodies, and that's, for example, your new entry. So we took this loss, and that's okay. Then we can retest and re-enter over here, same bias, because price is never giving us any chance of thinking, okay, maybe I should sell. No, there's no real temptation, not even, but you can see that we have the breakout finally above these highs, the retest of these lows of this last one, and with just a 0.8 pip drawdown, that's where we can get our 10 pip move. And as you can see, that would go into a profitable trade. And so this one will be a win, this one will be a loss. And so yeah, it's also very interesting to understand that not so many, and of course this I will want to have a actual data. There are not so many of the cells that I lose, the scalps that I lose, sorry, that I can actually manage risk. Because I mean, if this one was a loss because I was looking for 10 pip, this one would have been a 1.5 pips loss. This one would have been a full loss, and yeah, this one would have been a full loss. So it's not like I have so many adapted losses where I take basically a break even. Yeah, but it's still good, very good to know. Anyway, this one goes into 10 pip, and so it is absolutely a win. After that, if there was anything to, if I want to take further trades, because we are already like 20 minutes before the end of the session, of my session, we can see that the price is now very aggressively breaking above. This is a very brief retest of these old highs. This is what I was saying. These are the old highs. These are the most recent ones. This is the pivot area. These are all, this is a very high risk reward entry because you are taking the bet that the price will continue up due to the fact you are betting that the price will break the range. But if you want to be extra safe, you wait for this actual breakout to happen, and as you can see, it is going. The first entry could have been over here, so this is very, very clutch, but yeah, and also very sort of more difficult to see, because where do you enter? Do you enter? As you can see, there's some difference, yes, but you never zoom in that much. Okay, but when do you enter? Do you enter here? That is still basically 1 pip away, or you think that maybe you missed? But I think that as as I if I was live, I don't know if I would probably entered over here, and in this case that would be fine, would be a good trade, or I don't know if I would have been able to enter this bearish candle. Say, okay, let's see if it comes back, I will enter. This is so if I either enter over here, or maybe I say, okay, I wanted to enter this level. If the market gives me another opportunity, I will just take it at this level, anything that happens, because it's like I'm betting on this one. The price level is like I missed the setup, and it's not something that happens after that will change my mind, so that's okay. And I think that if I would have waited for this candle, I would have not taken it, because I would have seen all these rejections, and this is not anymore a very clean break and retest as I would love to see it. So probably, I don't know if either I take it straight away, I would probably miss out on the trade. But anyway, yeah, if we have this trade taken, that would be actually a win. As you can see over here, price will go around 5 pips. But this is also a tricky thing, because now where do you place a stop loss? Where do you adapt your stop loss? Because if you had the stop loss over here, oops, sorry. If you had the original stop loss is over here, even further, when price goes to like 5 pips, then you adapt. And where do you place it? You place it over here. Even if it's over there, it gets stopped out before moving up. So this with adaptive stop loss would have been a loss. So that would have been absolutely heartbreaking. So this one will actually be a loss because of the fact that I'm adapting my stop loss to the market conditions. This is what is helping me save a lot of money over time. But sometimes, like these ones, that's where it will actually work against me, and instead of going into profits, like here, it will actually bring me to a losing trade that if I left untouched would not have happened. So this one would have been a TP about over here. Okay, so yeah, that's this is basically the idea of this trade. And let's see then the next one. So now we're moving into the New York session. As you can see, I took a couple of losses. Let's see if the trade idea was good. As you can see already over here, this one was too early trade. It was a very possible good looking trade because we saw this rejection. The thing is that it's right after New York open and not after the 8:20, which is usually my time. So I was quite rushing it, and I took 2 trades at the same rushing and with the same idea. I took this sell, which ended up being a loss, and I think that is something that I could have adapted after seeing this further rejection. I could have adapted and put the stop loss at 1.4 pips. Then I took a very rushed entry over here, was not waiting for the price to actually clear these previous highs before moving up. So I took the break and retest, break and retest of these highs. Okay, so we were on the 3rd. Yeah, I took this break and retest, and especially as you can see already, we had some big news afterwards, so there was no point to taking all these 3 trades already. And then after price is breaking above, I'm using the old lows, old highs to take a new buy, but there's not really, I mean, this should have been my only loss after the 820 with a clear bullish price action. That should have been my only loss to take, and avoiding the previous ones. So that should have been okay. Yes, that would have been I think, yeah, I took a minor loss because I adapted the stop loss after I saw the price moving up. So I added the drawdown, price moved up like 1.7 pips. There was no point having it at full 2.5. So this also saved me some pips. After that, as I said, we had some news at 4, so maybe it's good to wait for it. But just from a standpoint of the price action, you can see that there was no sell anywhere over here. We have these buys, and we would have taken the retest of these ones, but as you can see, the retest took quite a while. So it took like basically 10 minutes for a retest. It's not really what I would love. That's mostly like a pullback, and then I have these order block highs and lows. Probably I could have taken this trade after New York Stock Exchange is opening. As you can see, yeah, 2 minutes, breaking below, very aggressive, very nice. I could have taken this scalp on the downside. That would have been a loss. And then you can see that we have a further attempt at the highs. So we are seeing now the rejection. We're seeing the bullish momentum. And that's where we could probably take a buy over here. In this case, when even before the news, it will go to like a 10 pip stop, 10 pip TP. And yes, we would have been caught into this fake out liquidity grab on the upside, but still would have been profitable overall in this trade. Then probably it's getting very close to the news, so there's no entry. And here, this one of course was just a stupid trade that I took on it because it was a demo account after the news. And I mean, you don't want to take the trade in the like 1 to 3 minutes after the news, especially if there's no clear price action. What I wanted to take with this trade was this actual retest of these lows, but the fact is that it got activated instead of here. It got activated over there. Anyway, it would have been a loss in any case. Then we see bullish price action, but there are no retests, no real opportunity for us to enter anywhere in this range. I took this sell after seeing this strong rejection, so we are failing to make new highs. We are breaking below these lows. now we have this pivot area. As you can see, still, as you can see, this is a very late entry. I should have entered here. This one would have been okay. We would have gone to like 6 pips, and then I would have probably taken only a minor loss of around 1.8, 1.7 pips, not the full 2.5. Clear break and retest of these highs for possible reversal. So if we are here to take each and every reversal, like we're doing anywhere. So in this case also, this is a very good reversal, giving us a further opportunity over here to take advantage of it. 10 pip, that's very good. Anywhere over here or this one, these are good profitable trades. This one is, I said that is a good, it's okay to take a loss, but it's a minor loss, so that's a contained loss. Especially if you think about it, I'm taking, even if I'm taking like a 2 pip stop loss over here, and then I'm taking 10 pip TP, it's a huge profitable setup anyway, just for this risk to reward ratio. Now we're getting late, and I took this buy. I took a sell. So you see that there's no, why am I taking a sell over here? It's just because I'm seeing these old PSA being possibly respected, but I'm not adapting to the lower time frame, really just most recent price action. We're making a double bottom, and the bearish momentum is dying. This was the sequence of bearish candles, but now who is in control, especially after breaking above these highs and retesting them? I don't know. I think it's most likely bear or waiting on the sidelines, or actually bullish price action is most relevant. So that's I think that's a very bad trade idea, and this was actually should have been an actual buy, so the opposite side of the trade. Yeah, so that will be the second, I think the last trade idea for this session. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I see you probably next time with further recap session.